Hello everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and today I'm doing something a little different, something I've wanted to do for a while on motovlog. This is going to be a several part series. The first of which on this series is this is my motorcycle trip that I wanted to make for the last couple years, and of course, as a lot of you know who watch my channel a lot, and some of the local guys know roughly the area I live in, but I live in the Cherokee of Elizabethton, Tennessee, which some of you who are not from the area have not heard of that, and that area is really close to Johnson City and Bristol, Tennessee area. A lot of people know Bristol for, you know, the famous NASCAR half-mile, world's fastest half-mile oval, and you know, I'm only about a 20-minute maybe 30-minute, depending on where I'm at and which way I take ride from that. So this trip right now I just stopped by in Hot Springs, North Carolina, to get some gas and get a quick snack before I get back on the road. Took the back way up here from my house. Took about an hour and 20 minutes, and took an absolute gorgeous. I don't know why Google Maps took me that way. I hit fastest route to get to it. I guess because it's so rural. But I was on the interstate for about 30 minutes of that, and rest of it's just almost like I was just driving through regular, you know, just county back roads. It's called a highway, but it was definitely a very crooked, very scenic, water running through it, like creeks and stuff on either side of the road sometimes, or just one side. And it's just an absolutely gorgeous ride. The weather right now, even though it is late August in 2018 in East Tennessee, well, I'm in North Carolina now, but in the East Tennessee where I'm at is usually really, really hot most of August, and into August we'll have little cold snaps like today. Like, it's like 62 degrees right now riding weather, and you know, this new summer riding gear I wear flows a tremendous amount of air. So all I did was, you know, I put some long johns underneath it just to take the chill off of all the air blowing through it, and I'm fairly comfortable. You know, when you're used to 90, 95, 100 degree summer heat, and you go from this, you're like, "Ooh, Lord, who turned the freezer on?" You know, and regular normal riding, you know, if you're waiting on springtime to hit it, it'd feel wonderful, but it's all what your body gets used to. So on this motovlog trip, I'm gonna kind of do a process of the routes I'm taking and do my best to explain where I'm at as I try to ride and not get lost and tell my story. My backstory, for those of you who don't know anything about my channel, I've ridden motorcycles now. This is my 4th full riding season, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I've spent about 3.5 years of that on my old trusty Yamaha 07 model FC6 here, which I've put a little over 13,000 miles on since I've had it, which is not a lot of miles for some people here, but for those of you who don't ride a whole lot, that's still a decent amount of miles for anybody, except people, you know, who go on lots of trips, Sturgis, Daytona Bike Week, stuff like that. But I'm thankful to be able to finally go on this ride. I've been waiting on the weather here lately around the area I live at. We would have 3 or 4 days of rain, 3 or 4 days of scorching summer heat, and nothing in between. And it's real hit and miss, and I finally got a couple days here to take this trip and really take a scenic approach to it. You know, get rid of taking the interstate everywhere and just enjoy being out riding in the you know, the beautiful area we live in, at all these hills and mountains and gorgeous mountain scenery and curvy roads that a lot of people who live in areas who like riding motorcycles, they live for this stuff. You know, they'll travel across country to ride on little twisting, scenic country little back roads, and I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of them local to my area, but even more so just a couple hours away from me, maybe about 3 hours if you take the back way. It just kind of depends on what part of the area you live in. You know, the area of East Tennessee I live in, such a broad array of area. You might live an hour and a half one way of it, and then turn around to ride more. Let's call it. Sorry guys, I'm gonna slow down a minute. There's this truck by me on a road I do not know that's really steep. Go on, car. Thank you. But I've always been one on back roads that I don't really know, to just kind of take it easy, you know. I'm not really trying to make good time and just trying to enjoy the destination. Like a lot of us say, it's not really the way you get there, it's how you get there and how much fun you have doing it. And this is what this trip's all about for me. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to be able to do this trip, and as I let that truck by, another car flies up behind me. Oh well, I just have to get over it. But what I'm doing is I took, like I said, I took my way here to Hot Springs, just kind of a stop off, look around, good kind of halfway point, and I'm going to go to Asheville, North Carolina, and then I'm going to get on Asheville, North Carolina, whatever car. Speed limit's like 50, whatever. People are so dumb these days. Anyways, but I'm going this way, and I'm going to take Blue Ridge Parkway from Asheville area. There's several different entrance ways and exit ways to that. I don't really know which one I'm going to pick up, but there's several along the way once I get there to Asheville, that is. And then from Asheville, I'm going to go the last remaining 70 to 80 mile stretch, like I said, depending on where I get on it at. And then I'm going to get on that and ride, take it all the way into Cherokee, North Carolina. And that stretch right there, especially about the last 40 miles of it, is supposedly the most scenic, the most curvy parts of it. The highest in elevation. I think the highest part of elevation when it starts getting close to that, before it starts dropping off, when it gets closer to Cherokee, is like something like 6,600 feet in elevation, way up there. And that's why I've got, base layers on. Not only is it only a day that's going to get barely to 80 degrees, but get up that high in elevation, it could drop 10 degrees and it could be pretty chilly. Everybody's temperature tolerance is different, but it's just one of those things. It's what you get used to. And if it drops 10 or 15 degrees, if you don't have any base layers on or something, unlike a car that has, heated and cooled system in it, motorcycles, you get what you get and you dress for it. That doesn't bother me, but I would rather have base layers on than not have them. That's for sure. So I'll do my best to try to give you, like I said, a process of this trip. I'll try to keep each part, say 15 minutes under, not to bore everybody to death, because I don't think I'm that entertaining, to be honest. But this trip, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you took this trip in a car from out here, to give y'all maybe some idea of where it is and how to get there and stuff, it would actually be, let's see, what road am I on now? 70 East, Asheville, and then Greenville. I'm assuming that's Greenville, North Carolina, not Greenville, Tennessee, is back that way, just the way I come from. I just put it into my TomTom navigation that I use, or Google Maps. I use a TomTom one sometimes because you get on little day trips like this. Cool, it's Marshall, 10 miles up there. You might not have caught it on the sign. You might have to hit play or pause to catch it. But of course the sun is right in my eyes on a road I don't know. Anyways, but I'm going to try to just give you all a trip process, motovlog style. I don't really know how many parts it'll be. I did buy a bigger SD card, but I normally choose a 32 gig. I bought a 64, which the settings I have my GoPro on stuff, which is 1080p at 60 frames a second with Super View on, gives me 4 hours and 20 minutes of record time. And I've got 5 GoPro batteries, including the one that's in it, so should be good. I charged everything last night, charged a GoPro remote, all the batteries, all that stuff. Of course, I normally really just, like I'm some of my more just regular motovlogs, I usually only use one and take 2 spares with me just in case. I usually end up only using 1 or 2, even if it's a long day thing, like me and Anthony Robinson and Moto Matt Man and stuff went on, even if it's a fairly long day like that, because I might not vlog the whole time, because my vlogs are usually kind of more topic based versus shoot from the hip sometimes. It just depends. But hope the road stays as nice as this. This has been repaved really soon, or recently I should say, and it's a gorgeous road. No bumps, no broken up stuff. North Carolina's kind of, they get a little bit harsher winters than we do in East Tennessee, so the roads sometimes are kind of beat up a little bit compared to some, it just depends. I was hoping by the time I got up on the parkway, though, there would still be a little bit what they call Smoky Mountains on it, so to speak. As far as still some fog laying between the hills, but so sunny right now. It's burned it all off. So, but that's all right. It'll be pretty no matter what. But I'm gonna try to also, since I do have 2 SD cards, I'm gonna try to use a smaller one to take some pictures. Maybe get my good buddy Cave Troll, who's a lot more computer savvy than I am, take several pictures of the trip and do like the slideshow or something of all the places I've been. Take pictures of the bike, like, you know, all the signs that will say highest point on Blue Ridge Parkway, elevation, blah blah blah. That would be kind of a cool thing to do. I'm sure he wouldn't mind helping me out with that. But Moto Matt Man and Cave Troll, there's some really awesome people to not only ride with, but to associate as friends. That's for sure. So we'll see how the day progresses. By the GPS from Hot Springs, this back way I'm taking says an hour, like 2 minutes, which it's only like 30 miles, but you know, you got all roads like this, you're only going 45, 40 miles an hour on. And that stint on Blue Ridge, the main reason I'm not really interested in going to Cherokee to go gambling or anything like that, because let's be honest, I don't really have the the extra budget to be able to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be taking this trip on a almost naked bike with just a little nose fairing with a Cortec 30-liter bag that I've had ever since I started riding, and it is full to the brim. And I pack small with like half-gallon freezer bags, just like one change of clothes. You know, of course, I wear all my gear all the time, so I don't really need like a t-shirt and stuff like that, and toiletries and basic stuff, and all the GoPro stuff, and my winter gloves and my neck warmer thing, and that's really about it, other than some flip-flops just to be able to walk around outside the hotel and stuff, or maybe walk across the street to grab some dinner or something this afternoon. But that's about it, really. It's not very much in there. I don't know where they get their 30 liters from, but I guess they're counting all the different pockets and stuff, because that main compartment is, you know, it's fairly wide, and it unzips and it expands a little bit, but it's just not that tall. That's the problem with packing in it. Like, I rolled t-shirts and rolled socks and packed everything as small as I could. It'd been really cool if I had like one of those vacuum sealed things at home where it sucks all the air out of everything. That would make everything packing really small, but oh well. It's kind of dumb really to do that, because when you get there, you don't have the machine to pack it back down. So if it fits going, it'll fit coming back home. That's the way I see it. So whatever. I wonder how long I'm even on this road. I can't check my GPS right now to know, but we'll just stay on this road till I see another turn, I guess. This motovlog trip, hopefully everybody finds it entertaining. I'm going to make several motovlogs on doing this stuff, some stuff that I've been behind on. Sorry for some of my people who watch regularly that I try to upload every week. I've been really busy with trying to get the bike ready for this, trying to make it sure all the maintenance stuff is in a tip-top shape to make it. But it's, and you know, school starting back and all that stuff. It's been a pretty hectic last week and a half or so to try to get ready for this and watch the weather for several days upon end. Keep checking it, you know. Any weather can change last minute. Even this condition, you know, you never know. You could have one little pop-up tiny rain shower. I've been riding before. It was like 15% chance of rain. I'm like, oh, it's fine. And then all of a sudden it just, oh, look, it's raining. Yay. And ride through a brief little shower. Then it's over. You know, summers in the South are kind of weird like that. The weather's pretty unpredictable, especially in summer humidity heat. So I'll check back on y'all when I get to Asheville. I'll enjoy this nice, beautiful little scenic road. And we'll see you on part 2, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody likes this vlog. And if you haven't already done so, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next part 2. See ya.